The sun had dipped behind the hills, leaving the city in a soft, orange glow. The streets were quieter than usual, as if the world itself was holding its breath. In a small, forgotten alley, where the echoes of time had faded away, a lone figure walked. Eva had never been one for adventure, but tonight felt different. The air was cool, and with every step, she felt the weight of the city's history pressing down on her shoulders. A street lamp flickered above, casting a pool of light that seemed to dance on the cobblestones. She reached the old bookstore at the end of the alley, its door slightly ajar. The scent of aged paper and dust wafted out to greet her. Inside, the shelves were lined with books that told stories of worlds long past, forgotten heroes, and ancient mysteries. "Come in," a voice called from the shadows. Eva stepped forward, heart pounding. The old man behind the counter, his face obscured by a long, white beard, smiled knowingly. "You've come for answers, haven't you?" he asked, his eyes twinkling. She nodded, unsure of what she was truly seeking, but feeling the weight of something greater than herself. "The answer is in the last book," he said softly, handing her a tattered tome. "It will show you the way. But be warned, once you know, you can't go back." Eva took the book, feeling its cold pages. As she opened it, the words began to glow, casting a light that filled the entire room. The shop around her seemed to fade, the shelves and walls dissolving like mist in the warmth of the light. For a moment, she felt weightless, as if the book had taken her into another world entirely. When the light finally dimmed, she found herself standing in a vast, empty desert. The sky above was an endless expanse of deep violet, speckled with stars that shone brighter than she had ever seen. The ground beneath her feet was soft, like sand, but it felt almost alive. As if the desert was breathing with her. A figure appeared in the distance. Small at first, but growing larger with each passing moment. It was a woman, dressed in flowing robes of silver, her hair a dark cascade of waves. She walked toward Eva, her steps graceful, as if she were floating just above the ground. "You've crossed the threshold," the woman said in a voice that resonated like music. "The book has chosen you. Now you must choose your path." Eva stared at the woman, unable to speak. She felt the enormity of the situation pressing down on her, the weight of a decision she wasn't sure she was ready to make. "Your choices will shape the world," the woman continued, "and every action you take will ripple across time. The knowledge in your hands is powerful, but it is dangerous. It has been hidden for centuries for a reason." Eva looked down at the book in her hands, its cover now glowing faintly with an ethereal light. The words inside had begun to shift, as if they were alive, changing before her eyes. She could see glimpses of images, ancient ruins, forgotten cities, battles fought long ago, flashing like memories not her own. "What must I do?" Eva asked, her voice trembling with uncertainty. The woman smiled, a sorrowful, knowing smile. "You must decide what to do with the knowledge you now possess. Will you use it to change the course of history? Will you protect its secrets, or will you share them with the world? The choice is yours, but know that no matter what you choose, the world will never be the same." Eva felt a pang of fear, but also a spark of something else. A burning curiosity, an insatiable desire to know more. What could she do with this knowledge? What would happen if the secrets of the past were revealed? Could she stop a disaster before it happened, or would she unleash chaos upon the world? "I don't know what to do," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the desert. "You will know when the time comes," the woman said softly. "Trust in yourself." And just like that, the desert began to shift. The sand beneath Eva's feet rippled, as if a great force was awakening deep within the earth. The woman in silver stepped back, dissolving into the starlit sky. Eva's heart raced as the world around her began to crumble. Suddenly, the city reappeared, but it was different. The buildings were older, crumbled, as if centuries had passed in an instant. People moved about in a hurried panic, their faces hollow and uncertain. The once vibrant streets now seemed abandoned, as if the city had lost its soul. Eva looked down at the book, its glow now dimming as the words began to fade. The knowledge it contained was slipping away from her grasp. No, she couldn't let it slip away. Not now, not after everything she had seen. With newfound determination, she ran through the streets, desperate to reach the heart of the city. She could feel the weight of her decision pressing on her chest. She had to stop whatever had caused this, before it was too late. At the center of the city, she found a massive stone door, covered in intricate carvings. The door was sealed, but the book in her hands pulsed with energy, guiding her. She placed her hand on the door, and with a deep, resonant hum, it slowly began to open. Beyond it lay a chamber filled with a shimmering light. In the center, a crystal pulsed with energy, its radiance blinding. The air in the room seemed thick with ancient power. Eva stepped forward, knowing that whatever decision she made here would decide the fate of the world. The knowledge from the book, the power of the past, had brought her to this moment. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. This was her choice. With one last glance at the book in her hands, she stepped into the light.